Let's start with something that might sting. If you're broke or stuck earning just enough, it's probably not because you don't work hard. It's because you're obedient. You followed the rules. Study hard, get a job, be realistic, save a little, don't take risks, be grateful. And now, you're financially average, financially replaceable, financially invisible. The real fear isn't poverty, it's mediocrity. It's waking up at 45 realizing you were busy, but never powerful. Today, we're exposing the money rules nobody tells you, the psychological and financial truths designed to keep you small. Welcome to Dark Financial Mindset. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're conditioned. From childhood, we're trained to associate safety with smallness. Don't aim too high. Money doesn't grow on trees. Be practical. Rich people are greedy. These phrases don't just shape behavior, they shape identity. Psychologists call this a scarcity mindset, a mental model where resources feel limited, opportunities feel rare, and risk feels dangerous. When your brain believes money is scarce, it prioritizes survival over expansion. You don't negotiate your salary. You don't start the business. You don't invest aggressively. You don't ask for equity. You play defense in a world that rewards offense. And here's the cruel part. The system rewards obedience more than ambition, at least in the short term. You get praise for being stable. You get promotions for being reliable. You get comfort for staying predictable, but you don't get wealth. Let's go deeper. Money is not just math, it's emotional regulation. Studies in behavioral economics show that humans fear loss roughly twice as much as they value gains. This concept, known as loss aversion, explains why people cling to safe jobs even when growth potential is low. Your brain interprets financial risk like physical danger. That's why investing feels uncomfortable, why raising prices feels terrifying, why quitting a job feels paralyzing. But here's the truth. Wealth is built by people who can emotionally tolerate uncertainty. Look at entrepreneurs, high-level investors, negotiators. They're not fearless, they're trained. They've rewired their response to uncertainty. Take the example of someone who invests consistently in index funds while others panic during market drops. When markets crash, average investors sell because fear overrides logic. But the disciplined investor buys more. Same event, different psychology, different outcome. Financial intelligence is not about knowing everything. It's about controlling yourself when everyone else is losing control. Here's a rule nobody tells you. High income does not equal power. There are doctors making six figures who are trapped by lifestyle inflation, luxury cars, big mortgages, private school fees. They earn more, but they owe more. True power comes from ownership and leverage, not salary. Employees trade time for money. Owners build systems that generate money without constant time. You don't need millions to start thinking like an owner. You need a shift in how you view money. Money is not for status. Money is for control. Control of your time, control of your decisions, control of your future. Here's something uncomfortable. If your life feels completely stable and predictable, you might not be growing. Most people optimize for comfort. Wealth builders optimize for asymmetric risk, situations where downside is limited, but upside is massive. For example, learning high-income skills, building digital assets, starting small side ventures, investing consistently instead of hoarding cash. The average person avoids discomfort. The powerful person seeks calculated discomfort, because discomfort is information. It shows you where your growth is hiding. In today's world, attention compounds faster than money. People who build audiences, personal brands, intellectual property, they create leverage. You don't need to be famous. Here's the twist that most people don't want to hear. The system isn't broken. It's functioning exactly as designed. It rewards discipline, leverage, ownership, and emotional control.
It penalizes impulsiveness, short-term thinking, and comfort addiction. The problem isn't that wealth is impossible. The problem is that most people never upgrade their financial identity. They try to change tactics without changing beliefs. They want millionaire results with employee thinking, and that never works. You need to be visible in a niche. Think about it. A skilled professional with no visibility earns a salary. A skilled professional with an audience earns consulting fees, partnerships, opportunities, equity deals. Same skill, different exposure, massive income gap. The world rewards those who control attention. If you don't build it, you rent it from someone else. Now let's turn this into power. Here are shifts you can start today. 1. Redefine security. Stop seeing security as a paycheck. True security is multiple income streams, marketable skills, and low fixed expenses. 2. Increase your risk tolerance gradually. Start small. Invest small amounts regularly. Negotiate small raises. Launch small projects. Train your nervous system to handle uncertainty. 3. Separate identity from income. Your salary is not your value. When you detach ego from earnings, you make smarter decisions. 4. Track net worth, not lifestyle. Stop upgrading your life every time your income rises. Let your assets grow louder than your image. 5. Build leverage. Leverage can be capital, skills, media, networks, and technology. Ask yourself daily, am I trading time or building leverage? At the end of the day, money follows identity. If you see yourself as just an employee, you'll behave like one. If you see yourself as a strategic asset builder, you'll move differently. You'll question expenses. You'll analyze opportunities. You'll think long-term. The dark financial mindset isn't about greed, it's about power. It's about refusing to live a financially passive life. It's about understanding the psychological traps that keep most people average and choosing to escape them. If this made you uncomfortable, good. Discomfort means growth. You're not here to be financially normal. You're here to build quiet power, to move differently, to think differently, to operate in the dark while others chase validation. This is Dark Financial Mindset. If you're ready to upgrade your financial identity, watch the next video in this series, where we break down the psychological habits of people who quietly build wealth while everyone else scrolls. Subscribe, not because you want motivation, but because you've decided mediocrity is no longer acceptable. Welcome to the tribe.